Welcome back! We are at level 61 of Pit of 100 Tiles called It's Snoo. I'm wondering if that's a reference to something, because I thought snowed was the past tense of snow, but maybe I'm just missing something. Anyway, let's go see how we can solve this. So yeah, basically this is an ice maze, and yeah, there's guesswork involved here. I'm really not a fan of this level because of that. I don't know if there's like some sort of pattern or some way that you can figure this out, objectively without any guesswork whatsoever. But so far I have not found it. I'm not sure what that would be. And right now I am just failing like crazy and making the same mistakes over again, which of course is a complete recipe for disaster. Let's go this way. We haven't gone this way yet. Okay, this is promising. This is good. Outer edge and stuff. Good. Alright, we are going to town. Oh yeah, zigzag path. That's gotta be a good sign, right? Yes. Awesome! We solved it. Well, that didn't take too long. That wasn't bad, I guess. Not my favorite concept, but still. Chance Time is the next one, and this is a great level. So basically, remember the Choose Your Own Adventure level from a little while back? Well, this is kind of like that, except in this case, the choices are made for you. Except when you decide to run into a block that's sliding like that. I'm not going to do that again. So yeah, the block slides on the random force floor, and you can just go in the direction that you're forced to go on, which is kind of a cool concept. What's nice about it is that you don't actually have to deal with the randomness, just the block. Well, unless the block is fiddling around doing nothing. And I guess that there's nothing else in this room but to go here. Now there's a button here. Let's see what that would do first before we press it. Aha, well, it was a good thing we didn't press it then. We would have been forced to if we had to go through that room, through that entrance earlier. Tell you what, let's go ahead and try this again and see if we can get any of the other paths. I kind of want to show off as much of this as possible. So yeah, this is a cool concept. I really like it. Here's the other dodging related challenge here that you could get toward the very end. The glider room. Alright. And that was an unnecessary risk, but oh well. Why did I do that? I thought I went backward first. Okay, good. We got the other path here. That's good. At least it's not taking quite as many attempts to get all the routes as it did on my practice run. Okay, here is what would happen if we were forced to press the button. Then you would die, and you know the rest of that. I believe there was one other path that we didn't take on this route. It was the one with the fireballs, so let's try that one out. Yes, good. Good, good, good. We're going to use these safety spots here. And we're back in this room. And I want to say there's at least one or two more rooms that we didn't check out on the left side. Along with this left path here, but this is pretty much like the other one, only with a blob. No. No. Yes. Let's see if this does anything. Yeah, I don't think we've gone here yet. Oh, okay, this just leads to the bees. Okay. Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot more. So, let's just move on to the next level. So close. That was kind of a little risky, but oh well. I don't care, I don't care. Except I just totally cooked the level by forgetting to get that key. Wow. Okay, let's not do that again. I'm happy-go-lucky. I forgot the rest of the words of that song. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And now we can go into the realm of the gliders. Oh, we got one of these things. This one isn't quite so bad because at least in this case you can actually have all the controls at your disposal all in one place, which is kind of nice. So you don't have to walk all the way back and forth between a bunch of trap buttons like in those other Cloner's Maze type puzzles. I mean, this is fairly self-explanatory. And if you ever have a fireball bounce back in an area that already had a bomb blown up, then it will just go right into the water. No need for any, you know, consequences there. I'm kind of at a loss for words tonight. And I missed a chip. Let's go this way again. And this way, and now we're done with all the chips. Now here's something cool. You notice all those blobs down there? Okay. So what the level looks like you have to do, or makes itself look like you have to do, is that you have to go down and get those flippers and go all through those blobs and everything before you can come back so you can swim here to the exit, right? Right? Well, wrong. You don't have to do that, which is awesome. You can just do this. And just because, you know, the blob section is pretty much like Blob Dance, and I mean, it's pretty basic. I'm not going to show the intended solution. I'm just going to go for the exit and just exit like a boss. So there. 64 Cell is the next level. And yes, this is the final level in the Cell anthology of levels here. And I gotta say, this one, like I mentioned earlier, is pretty large, and honestly, I think it gets to be a little too large. That's just my opinion, though, but I don't know. It is just kind of a little bit much. Like 49 Cell, I thought was just the right size. That one in 36, but this one is a little much. Yeah, we want to keep that closed. We did the right thing by pressing the button 3 times, or an odd number of times, however that was. Okay, so where can we go? Where can we go? Down here, right? We gotta get a blue key before we can do that. Okay. Blue key, where are you? Where art thou, blue key? Oh, we need a red button to be pressed before we can do that. Okay, so red button, red button. Where are you, red button? Come on. There's gotta be a way. Right? We haven't done that yet. I'm guessing we have to hold that down. Oh, here we go. Okay. Thankfully, we get a little bit more open space in this room, which is really cool. Like I've said, I like it when a level just kind of starts out claustrophobic and then it just totally does something to open everything up. It's just such a nice touch. I really like that a lot. It kind of gives a greater sense of progression. Wait, I opened that up? Oh, I pressed it 3 times again, right. Crap. Let's go back this way. And this time, let's not do that. This time, let's go and actually get to the button. Speaking of buttons, random story. When I was a little kid, I used to sing in this community children's choir, and we sang this song called Button You Must Wander, and yeah, that sounds like a weird song, right? Well, basically what we did is we sat in the circle and we passed this button around, like, you know, from a shirt, and we were closing our eyes and everything, and now I can't even remember how to get back to that area. I think it was through here. Basically the button was wandering around the circle by doing that, and that was really silly. Okay. But along with the song being silly, that right there was really silly. But anyway, along with the lyrics, we had to pass the button around with our eyes closed, and then at the very end, somebody sings, or I think maybe it was our director or somebody who sang, "Who has the button?" And then whoever had the button, you know, with everyone else's eyes closed, said, "I have the button." And then, everybody chimes in and says whoever's name it is, and we have to see if we got it right. And it was the silliest song ever, and I have no idea why I told that story. It was just the most random thing. Whenever I heard that Button You Must Wander song came in again to my head, because it haunts me sometimes. The songs like that, they really haunt me sometimes. Okay. How do I get back there? I forgot that. Oh, right. I had to make this loop around here and do this, right? Right? No? Wrong. Okay. Where do you... I know you have to go down... Here we go. How do I keep missing that? It's so silly. I remember things like that little loop that I just made there, but when it comes to this sort of basic thing, for some reason I just forget it. Thankfully you cannot get stuck, which is so nice. Okay. Wait, it was open again? No! Oh, the button wandered or something. Did I just say that? It's late, guys. You can tell that I'm kind of out of it tonight. I'm normally not like this. Normally I'm kind of prim and proper, and maybe that's a good thing that I'm not like that tonight. I gotta loosen up. Okay. Odd number of presses right there, right? Yes, let's do this. And this time, let's press the button. And hopefully it doesn't wander. Here we go. Here we go. Bright eyes will find you, sharp eyes will find you. Yeah, that's the other thing. I always got bright and sharp mixed up in that song. Like, I would say sharp and then bright, and then I was told, just remember BS, and I had no idea what BS actually meant at the time, but, now that I look back at it, it's kind of funny. Okay, I was told to remember it in alphabetical order. Let's see. Whoa, this is kind of dangerous. Okay, so all we got out of that, besides the collectibles that we need, is the yellow device. The device. Was that over here? I don't remember anywhere else that... Yes, and we need to open everything up. Okay. We sang a lot of weird songs in that choir. A lot of them were just kind of silly folk songs, and some of them were kind of like, I wouldn't say nursery rhymes because they weren't actual real nursery rhymes, but they sounded like they could be, Okay. So yeah, if you've ever heard of that Button song, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know if there's anybody else out there who's ever been through that experience of singing that song. Because it really is an experience. I mean, when you sing that song, your life will never be the same. Seriously. Okay, so now we can gain access to this. We got 2 left. 2 left. Okay, we need to get in there. That's it. Huh. There's a block there, but we can't get to it. But I have an idea. We saw... Yes, this right up here. This should do the trick. There we go. Aha! We are out of the 64 cells of doom. Bonus rooms. Or, excuse me, bonus rooms. Take note of what you need here. Too much of a good thing. So yeah, this is basically kind of like motion blur, except that's kind of what the whole level is about. Which, if this concept were ever in CCLP1, I would love to see a level like this dedicated to it. Although, I'm not a big fan of the whole blue wall maze that just involves a bunch of pushing around. The good thing about it, though, is that there's loops, and so you don't have to backtrack tons and all that, so that's kind of nice. And I believe we need 2 of every key and everything but 5 chips. We can get even more chips as long as we don't go down to 0. So, but we only need to go up to 5, I want to say. We do need a yellow. Okay, so we got 2. I've already lost track. We need another yellow, I think. I wasn't even paying attention there. That was really bad. I'm just going to assume that it's yellow, and we're going to go for that. And we need more chips. Okay, that's a dead end. So yeah, I don't mind blue wall mazes as long as they don't involve a ridiculous amount of pushing around. And to this level's credit, I mean, there's a lot of these rooms here that are open, and there's a lot of pathways that are already open, these chip lines and stuff, which kind of allow you to have some clarity and get a bit of a break. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm really glad that the designer put those in. Okay, I'm assuming it's yellow. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Okay. Okay, we just need 22 more. We're home free, right? Another clever design tactic used in this level is that the chips are placed such that you don't necessarily have to get everything, unless there are these little things here in the hallways. But in the rooms, for the most part, they're either checkered, or they form these paths, or something like that, that allows you the opportunity to not get them if you don't need to. At least for the most part. There are some cases where you do have to get them if you're trying to get a path through, but for the most part, there's some flexibility involved, and the flexibility is always appreciated. Okay, how do we get into another room? Come on, guys. Guys. Who am I talking to here? Here we go. Okay, there we go. We should be safe with that. Okay, let's go ahead and backtrack. Here we go. Not a whole lot of backtracking. Whoops. I kind of take that back. Except I want to say that there's a way out. Yes, here we go. Yes! We made it. Sweet. We are done with bonus rooms. And we'll continue with parallels in the next video.